Welcome back, everyone. Crowon here, and today we're going to tackle UCE Threaded Database. So let's go ahead and get that in. There we go. Import that. Awesome. So Threaded Database is going to move all of your database saves and loads to a different thread. And that's because if you have massive saves going on when you're trying, it's not a big deal right now when you have like 10 players, right? But if you end up having like thousands of players, how this is meant to save is it's going to compile every one of the characters in the game and save them at once. And this is going to create a huge leg set in your server. And the problem is going to be if it's running on the same thread as the server's trying to do calculations, is it'll freeze up those operations that it's doing and making it so nothing is going to calculate correctly on the server. You'll have things that just won't work for players, and they'll think essentially the server's dead. So you want to make sure we off-boat those to not have this issue. The best case scenario to fix these kind of issues is going to be redoing how the database structure is entirely for the sake of making it so it's less of an impact when it does a save or a load. But if you're trying to make it so you can start moving forward and not worry too much about the compounding amount of players at first, this is a great temporary solution. I'm not suggesting this is the best solution that you should take and think it's going to be the end-all be-all fix to the database, but it will help you progress forward until you can address the other issues. Because you have to keep in mind that uMMORPG was designed for the simplicity factor, and for people could understand the code, and so people could build something with it. There's always better ways to do things. So that's just the main core of this. The database is super clean, it's understandable, it's a good structure. But if you're going to throw thousands to 10,000 some players into there, if you ever get to that point, it's going to have a hiccup. Like there's no way around it when they're all in one giant save. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. So let's open up that README. After everyone had to listen to my long rant for no reason, right? Hopefully it was informative for you if you were unaware. So, all right, we have a core change we're going to make. And as you can see, we have an error here, so that's pretty apparent. We're going to pop this error open. It's going to take us right to what we need. And this is the simplest fix here. We're just going to highlight and Control K, Control C, or just comment it out if you don't have that ability because you're not in Visual Studio. Save, close that, let it do its compiling, and that'll remove our error we have. It's a drastic change for it. It's taking it a moment. Quite literally taking it a moment. All right, there it goes. And now we need to find our network manager. It's conveniently right in my face. Just scroll down to the bottom, and you're gonna expand this folder attached to network manager and bring on the UCE Loom manager, and just attach it. Nothing special about it. It just needs to be there so it actually can offboard that work. Then you can go ahead and save. And like I said, this one it's not gonna be super noticeable when you only have a couple players. We'll test play to make sure it doesn't break anything. But overall, it's a background thing like some of the other ones we went through. It's not going to be noticeable until you probably have at least 100 players. Like then it will start to show if you didn't have it. But on a low end scale, it's not going to be a big difference when the saves actually get hit. All right, so that's all there is to Threaded Database. I'll catch you in the next one.